The battlefield of Kurukshetra ended as a graveyard for millions. The Great War resulted in the near-total annihilation of ancient India's ruling class. The devastation reached this scale because the top commanders utilized Dhanurveda, a highly advanced military science, where terrible weapons, like the Brahmastra, were activated and controlled entirely by specific sound vibrations, or mantras. Rival generals on both sides utilized these identical lethal techniques, raising a question that troubled the surviving records. Where did these warriors acquire the ability to unleash apocalyptic power with a spoken syllable? A single hidden Grand Master had armed both sides of the conflict. His private instructions and specific martial lineage dictated the ultimate fate of the war. His name was Parashurama. As a Chiranjeevi, an immortal being, he walked the earth for centuries, personally training the war's three deadliest commanders, Bhishma, Drona, and Karna. He transferred his entire celestial arsenal directly to Drona. That action created a chain of custody that eventually put the world-ending Brahmastra into the hands of Arjuna and Ashwatthama. His instruction also doomed the warrior Karna. Karna learned these military secrets by hiding his true identity. When the lie was discovered, his master cursed him to forget the triggering mantra at the exact moment he needed it to survive. The mastermind responsible for engineering such apocalyptic martial destruction is also the figure credited with building ancient India's most enduring sacred geography. As the sixth avatar of Vishnu, Parashurama was born a Brahmin sage, yet he possessed the aggressive, lethal instincts of a Kshatriya warrior. When corrupt monarchs began pillaging the earth's resources, he launched a violent purge. 21 separate times he swept across the subcontinent, eliminating hostile kings and their armies to restore cosmic order. Then the slaughter stopped. Seeking to absolve himself of the immense bloodshed, he laid down his weapons and retreated into decades of severe ascetic penance. Sitting in isolation couldn't balance the karmic scales. To truly repent for his destructive past, he had to physically and spiritually rebuild the world he had decimated. Standing on the edge of the sea, he commanded the ocean god Varuna to pull back the waters. He hurled his legendary axe into the waves, claiming whatever land was exposed for a new civilization. This topographical map shows the result, a newly exposed landmass along the western coast, from Gokarna to Kanyakumari. To anchor this territory, he executed a massive architectural blueprint, consecrating exactly 108 temples to Shiva, 108 to Bhagavati, and 108 to Dharmasasta. These structures are a physical reality. Today, many of these towering temple complexes remain standing, forming the spiritual infrastructure for the entire western coast. These coastal sanctuaries created a continuous spiritual link between his earlier origins in the Himalayas and the Southern Sea. By securing the perimeter of the land, Parashurama physically and culturally tethered the entire subcontinent together. Most avatars complete their earthly missions and depart the mortal realm. As an immortal Chiranjeevi, Parashurama stays behind to watch the centuries rise and fall. We can see the true scale of his lifespan by looking at this diagram of Vedic time. It visualizes a massive cosmic calendar divided into 14 distinct epochs, known as Manvantaras. Right now, we are living in the 7th Manvantara. In our current epoch, Parashurama's father, the sage Jamadagni, serves as one of the Saptarshis, the 7 celestial sages who guide the cosmos. When the cosmic wheel turns to the 8th Manvantara, Parashurama himself will ascend. He is destined to take a seat as a Saptarshi, joining figures like Vyasa to govern the next age. He survives the ancient battlefields to shape the physical map, and ultimately outlasts the earth to organize the heavens. The warrior who brought the sword evolves into the sage who holds the universe together.